When a substitute teacher accused me of faking being blind and threw my cane across the classroom, my faith in humanity was restored. I was walking through the classroom, using my cane to navigate to my usual front row seat, the same way I had 100 times before, when the substitute watched me sit down and said, "Interesting, you walk like you can see exactly where you are going." I told her I had the path memorized, and she laughed. Memorized? Sure, that's one word for it. She suddenly grabbed my arm and yanked me to the front of the room, turning me around to face the class. "Everyone take a good look at your classmate. This is what a liar looks like." She grabbed my chin and tilted my face toward the lights. "Look at her eyes. There is absolutely nothing wrong with them." She held her hand in front of my face. "How many fingers am I holding up? And don't play stupid." I told her I couldn't see her hand, and she slammed it down on my desk so hard that everyone in the classroom jumped. "That's interesting, because you flinched, so clearly something is working just fine in there. Do you care to explain that to me?" When I didn't answer her, she started snapping her fingers right next to my ear. "Hello? Are you deaf too, or just stupid?" The girl at the desk next to mine quietly said, "I don't think you should be doing this," and the substitute started yelling at her. "I didn't ask for your opinion. If you say another word, I'll give you detention." The girl went silent, and the substitute turned back to me. "See, nobody is going to save you here, so you might as well just tell the truth." She grabbed my cane, which I had propped against my desk. "You don't even need this thing. I watched you walk in here just fine. You are just using it as a prop." My hands were shaking, and it took everything in me to keep my voice steady. "If you want to call the office, they can verify everything for you." She laughed and tossed my cane across the room where it clattered against the wall. "Paperwork can be faked, honey. I've seen it done 100 times by kids just like you." I could feel tears burning behind my eyes, but I refused to let them fall. She leaned in close enough that I could smell the coffee on her breath. "If you don't tell the truth by the end of class, I'm reporting you to administration for fraud, and I'll make sure they pull every single one of your little accommodations." A chair scraped hard against the floor, and a voice I recognized spoke up. "Give her the cane back." It was Calvin, the boy who had tripped me in the hallway a dozen times since freshman year. The substitute said, "Excuse me? Just who do you think you're talking to?" Calvin's voice was shaking with anger. "You. Give the cane back and leave her alone. Now." A quiet voice from the back said, "I've been recording this whole thing, by the way," and the substitute's whole body went stiff. She tried to soften her voice. "I was simply asking questions to verify the situation." Calvin interrupted her. "You threw her cane across the room and grabbed her face. That's not asking questions. That's assault. We all watched you do it." Calvin stood up and took a deep breath before sprinting out of the room. The substitute teacher yelled at Calvin. "Where do you think you're going?" He yelled back while running, "To the principal's office to report your dumbass."